I was going to say, I'm thrilled and honored to be the keynote speaker to kick off this grief, and then I would go, oh, kick off? You never say that at a grief conference. You know what my idea of humor is to find the funny in grief, but I don't want you to misunderstand that is never dismissing the sadness. When I first became a widow, it was very awkward going out into the neighborhood because people didn't know yet, and they would ask me, and the clue was, how's Jimmy? Anybody want to know what happened to him? Oh, you do? Okay. Well, he had a very aggressive cancer. He was fine, but it was like within 5 weeks. And the cancer is Burkitt's lymphoma. Now, my nephew, Chucky, who's an opera singer, very well-spoken, he always told me that I sounded like I'm from Queens, which I am, when I say lymphoma. And he kept saying, it's lymphoma. I said, you sound like you're English, and you're from Queens. And he would say, it's lymphoma. I couldn't hear the difference. So now, he made me so self-conscious about how I pronounce lymphoma that he asked me what my husband died of. Somebody yell out, Carol, what did your husband die of? He had a heart attack. He was a terrific grandfather. He used to say he loved being a grandfather. The only thing he didn't like about being a grandfather was he had to sleep with a grandmother. I remember going to the supermarket, picking out all the things that my husband liked and I didn't. I remember Raisin Bran. For some reason, Raisin Bran was a big deal. And I would put it in the shopping cart. I did this like over and over again. You'd think I would have learned. Raisin Bran, oh, no, I don't like that. He likes that. Oh, tomatoes. No, he didn't like. I didn't realize I was such a giver. Combining food with that we are who we are at our core. My nephew, the same nephew, Chucky, he was very, very into food. And we used to say he lives to eat instead of eats to live. And he was very close to his uncle. And it was days later, and he's sitting on my couch in the living room, sobbing. He has his hand over his face like this. And in comes my next door neighbor, Sherry, who he knows is a very good baker. And she doesn't know what to do. He's so upset she has to make him feel better. And she says, Chucky, what can I do? What can I do? And he has his hands like this, and he goes exactly like this. He goes, blueberry cake. Even my daughter, I remember she called me, it was about 15 or 16 months after my husband died, and I was having one of those days. Every day isn't wonderful. And she said, what's wrong, Mom? And I said, well, you know, honey, your father is still dead. Well, he was.